How do you deal with drama without getting into fights? Remove yourself from those situations and you do clubs. Art club, chess club. How can I stay positive throughout challenges, y'all? Being yourself, doing the things that you enjoy. What should we expect? Expected for when you get into high school is the work. Be your authentic self. Doing romance. Choose to do doing romance, or some people just decide to enjoy their 4 years of high school.
Doing nothing, moving too fast. Candy paint with the windows all black, seats creme brulee. What they gon' say? With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Charlie, you guys, and in today's video I'm going to be giving y'all some advice for those that are coming into their high school year of being as a freshman, y'all. And basically I had asked y'all on my Instagram to give me some questions as far as those who are coming to their freshman year of high school, and I had put it on Instagram, y'all. Let me show y'all. Put it right here, y'all, and y'all had gave me about a good like 17 questions and everything. So these are pretty much the questions that I'm going to be answering y'all and everything like that. So hopefully, you know, I answer the questions. Well, I'm gonna try to answer the questions as best way as I can, y'all. And I also have some notes, y'all, that I'm also going to be sharing with y'all as well. And before I get into this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell whenever I post it so you don't miss out on any videos, you guys. And yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get started into this video. Alright, you guys, well, before I go into it with my video and everything like that, y'all, my cousin Monroe would like to say something.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Monroe. Y'all can follow me on my social media pages: TikTok Miss Monroe01, YouTube Miss Monroe163. Love y'all. Now we gonna get back to talking.
Yes. Monroe, y'all, she is a singer. She go to different type of events and everything like that, and I can most definitely see her pretty much getting big and becoming a very famous singer and everything like that, y'all. So make sure y'all go check out her channel. Okay, guys, so the first question that somebody had asked me is, how do you deal with drama without getting into fights? What I would personally say is, y'all, is to just remove yourself from those situations anytime that y'all do get involved in drama, y'all. And that's pretty much what I would just say. Another question that somebody had asked is, what are your advice for dating upperclassmen? Personally, y'all, I wouldn't recommend dating upperclassmen because it can easily get y'all sidetracked and everything like that. Now, if you want to go ahead and date an upperclassman, even though that you are a freshman and everything like that, you know, that's up to you. But I just wouldn't recommend dating an upperclassman because it can easily get you sidetracked and everything like that. So that's what I would just pretty much say. Another question that somebody had asked me is, should you do clubs? I definitely recommend doing clubs, y'all, because you'll be able to meet other people and all sorts of stuff like that. Now, my freshman year, I didn't really get into any clubs or anything because I just wanted to get adjusted to school first, especially since, you know, I was new, you know, fresh out of middle school, going into high school year. But at my school, y'all, we do have clubs, y'all. We have the art club, chess club, drama club, international national club, and key club. And I guess the art club, it says this clubs allow students to express their creativity and explore different art forms. The chess club provides a space for students to play chess, learn strategies, and compete with others. So it pretty much helps you to explore your interests, develop new skills, and connect with others who share their passions, pretty much. But you guys, this year, coming from my sophomore, y'all, I'm planning on joining some clubs, y'all, and I do actually want to get involved with the school. So this will be my first year actually doing something like that. So this is gonna be interesting to see, like, you know, as far as the clubs that they have to offer and everything. So yeah, next question that somebody had asked me is, hold on, what's one thing they should be worried about? Honestly, one thing that y'all should mainly be worried about is pretty much getting y'all grades. Like, it's really the grades, because it's going to determine on if you're going to pass or fail, anything like that. So I would just say pretty much just keeping up with your grades, making sure that you're getting those assignments done, because your GPA matters. Like, when you come fresh out of middle school going to your high school year, the moment that you step foot in them doors, your GPA really matters the most, from your freshman year all the way up to when you graduate. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Next question is, how is it like being a freshman? Honestly, y'all, being a freshman, I mean, I honestly, how's it like being a freshman? I mean, it's cool. It's cool, cause you know, you're in like a new environment. There's more people, everything like that. But it's not that bad. It's really not, y'all. But you know, everybody's experiences is different. So you know, somebody's freshman year could have been good, and then others could have been bad. So yeah. Somebody had asked me, is it really that hard of a transition from middle school? Honestly, y'all, what I would say is that in some ways, yes, it could be. It really could be, because you know, new environment. You know, then not only will you be a freshman, but you also got the sophomores, the juniors, and seniors, and you gotta really understand the curriculum when it comes to high school, especially those assignments. The next question that somebody had asked me is, how can I stay positive throughout challenges, y'all? This is really a great question, but what I would say is pretty much motivating yourself, doing the things that you enjoy, and having people that are positive surrounded, you know, in your little bubble, whatever. So that's what I would just say. And not being mainly like worried about what other people are doing, but just pretty much focus on what you gotta do. But that's the best way, how I would say, as far as like when it comes to challenges and everything like that. So that you pretty much have like a good, like pretty much like support system in a way. The next question that somebody had asked me is, what should we expect? Y'all, be expected for when you get into high school is the work. Because you could be in middle school, yes, there don't really be a time much work, but when you get to high school, oh, you gonna do work almost every single day, especially if you're doing algebra 2 or algebra 1, any type of math related. You're gonna be doing that work almost every single day. So eventually you're gonna have to get used to doing that work, because it's not, I mean, you can't go back in time to middle school, but that's what I would say, just be expected for that. Yeah. Another question that somebody had asked me is the do's and don'ts as a freshman. So for me, honestly, I have put it on my notes, y'all. I'm about to show y'all. This is the notes that I have of the do's and don'ts. So the do's is ask for help when needed. The teachers are there to help you, y'all. My first year being a freshman, y'all, I was very scared, honestly, because I didn't really know how to ask for help. But eventually, I got out of my comfort zone and I started asking them teachers for help, because they are there to help you. They can't really read your mind, so you just gotta, you know, go with the flow. Get into the habit of studying. The more that you study is the more that you're gonna understand what you're learning about, so that when tests come up, you already know what you gotta do. And that's what I had to do too, because I know, like, in middle school, I did not really study that much. I just kind of went with the flow. So, like, yeah. But when you get to high school, oh, you're going to need to study. Especially if you're doing, like, any online classes, AP classes. I ain't never took no AP classes, but that's what I would say. So go to football games and spend time with y'all friends, y'all. Because I know for me, when I go to football games, I be enjoying myself. But I mainly be focused on the food, though, and the game. But yeah, the football games, go to football games, have fun your freshman year. before you know everything starts to get serious. So yeah, just have fun with your friends. And if you're going to the football game and you don't got no friends, it's okay. You can go by yourself. It's okay. And do sports that you think that will suit you best. Because don't do no sport that you don't feel most comfortable in or anything like that. Do a sport that you actually enjoy doing. That's what I would say, especially when it comes to clubs too. The don'ts is, do not date no upperclassmen. Well, I personally wouldn't recommend it, but if that's what y'all want to do, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I would not date no upperclassmen. But that's just my personal opinion. Don't fall back on your work, because it'll be very much hard to get it up. The amount of times that I have like missed some assignments, it'd be so crazy how my grade would drop down from like an A to a D real quick. So just make sure you stay on top of that. Don't be trying to fight or partake in any bad activities or anything like that, because you will eventually get the major consequences. And it's not even that. I know from my school, if you get into a fight in high school, you can get to like one fight and you will be expelled. So they hold you to a higher standard because you're in high school, versus when you in middle school, when you fight and do all that other type of stuff, the least that they gonna do is suspend you. But when you get into high school, oh, they don't play all that childish stuff. All that childish stuff is like out the window, for real. And don't be involved in no drama, because it's not worth it. Especially when it comes to high school drama, it be feeling like it just don't never stop. So just don't be involved in it at all. Don't do that. But that is my advice. Somebody had asked me, how do you plan on keeping up with all your assignments? What I personally like to do is I like to have a list of the type of work that I gotta get done on a specific day, and I make sure that I get it done on that day. Or what I do is I wait till the next day, but I still make sure that I get it done, because if not, like, there's just gonna be work on top of work on top of work, and that's not what you're not gonna need, like, for real. It's gonna be stressful. But that's what I like to do. Another question that somebody had asked me is, what's something you went through that helped your character as a person? Honestly, y'all, that question was a hard one, so it kind of took me a while to really figure out what's something that has helped me and everything. But really, I would say what helped me was I had to overcome self-doubt, y'all, because before I had even reached to this amount of subscribers on YouTube, y'all, I used to self-doubt myself like a lot. Like, I would have like a bunch of what if questions, and then even before I had got started with all this YouTube stuff, like, people would literally clown me. Like, anytime that I would tell them, oh yeah, I went to YouTube, like, they would just be pretty much not believing in me. And before, it used to really get in my head, but then I had to realize that people are people. They gonna talk about you, so all you can really do is just keep on elevating, keep on doing you. And those same people that hated on you, doubted on you, was speaking negatively about you, I promise you, those are gonna be them same people that's gonna be looking up to you and watching your own videos. Anything pretty much that you haven't planned and said that you want to do, like, those same people, they're gonna be watching your stuff. They are. But now I don't really self-doubt myself a lot like how I used to, because I realized that, like, I know what I want to do, and I just have to keep on believing in me, even if others don't believe in me or they don't see the potential. Like, I see my potential. You gotta, like, tell yourself that oh yeah, okay, I believe in me, I gotta do this and this and this. But with anything that you want to do, be consistent with it and have those goals set for yourself. That's what I would say. But now I don't really self-doubt myself a lot, which I'm very thankful for, because I used to get a lot of stuff, like a lot of negativity. It used to be in my head a lot, but now, like, it ain't. I don't really be caring what others gotta say, because, you know, y'all just gonna talk. So yeah, but that question was a really great question, not gonna lie. And another thing that somebody had asked me is freshman year the hardest? Honestly, y'all, freshman year is not the hardest. I promise you. Now, I don't know about sophomore year, but yeah, freshman year is not hard. It's not hard. It's not. Another question that somebody had asked me is, and go on to my notes of pretty much on what I have gained as far as being a freshman, especially like from last year. But some of the stuff, majority of the stuff I've already said, so I'm not going to repeat myself again. But mainly what I would say is, when you're going into your freshman year of high school, just be your authentic self, because eventually you're going to find your people. But just be yourself, be you, and people won't come. Another thing that I would say is dual enrollment. Now, you can do dual enrollment. I know for my school, you could do dual enrollment your sophomore year, your second semester, or you could do it the beginning of your junior year. And what dual enrollment is pretty much where, like, let's say if you don't want to stay in high school for that long, you can pretty much do dual enrollment classes. But the only thing with dual enrollment classes is you'll be pretty much doing high school work and college work too. But you got to know how to balance it, and also making sure that you are disciplining yourself so that you know by the time that you graduate, you can graduate as a junior instead of graduating with your class. But people choose to do that. Some people choose to do dual enrollment, or some people just decide to enjoy their 4 years of high school. But I would definitely recommend doing that so that you can get ahead and everything. And another thing that I would say is it's also good to do that, because by the time that you graduate, you'll have your diploma, but you'll also have your associate's degree. So when you go into college, if you're planning on getting like your bachelor's, your master's, it'll knock down by 2 years. And then, yeah, so it'll be a lot more easier for you. So by the time that you probably, like, if anybody chooses to do that, you'll pretty much be done with high school and college by the time that you're probably like 20, I'm gonna say. So you don't have to worry about doing school like another 4 years, because I know I'm not trying to do no 4 years. That's why I'm just trying to go ahead and get up out of high school, early graduation process, so I can go ahead and do what I need to do. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys, those are pretty much all of the questions that y'all had asked me and everything. And I also wanted to give y'all, like, you know, my advice and the stuff that I think that y'all should know and everything like that. So I really hope that anybody who's watching this, anybody who is coming into their freshman year of high school, I really hope that y'all take what I said for real. But y'all, I love y'all so much. And you guys, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video, y'all. And bye-bye.
With the windows all black, seats creme brulee. What they gon' say? With the top down, screaming money in it.